Welcome to Coming Out of the Dark podcast, a podcast like none other, where women are empowered, encouraged, and uplifted to be the best version of themselves. Get ready to come from darkness into light with a passion to fulfill purpose. Here is your host, Miss Lady O.
Hello, thank you for listening to another episode of Coming Out of the Dark. I am your host, Lady O. If you're tuning in for the first time, I want to share that this platform is in celebration of the life and memory of my beautiful sister, Glennis Marie Boyce. She is the inspiration for this platform. All that I do is in celebration of her life, and what she means to me. I would also like to share that I am not a doctor or a therapist, but I am a certified empowerment coach who is committed to supporting women who are ready to break the cycle of self-sabotaging beliefs so they can build healthy relationships, own their identity, and confidently achieve their desired goals. It is my life's purpose to encourage, empower, and uplift, and I am honored to do this on this platform. Well, happy Monday to all hearing my voice right now in this moment. Today is the start of a new week, and let me tell you, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to be present. I'm ready to receive joy and to give it as well. I'm ready for prosperity. I'm ready for abundance of peace. Now, I said all that, and I'm asking, who's ready to claim those things with me? I wish I can hear the comments right now, because I know there are hundreds, thousands, or even millions of you saying, yes, that is me. Yes, we are speaking boldly today and claiming those things as if they are. This week, I want to give thought to being ashamed. To be ashamed is to feel embarrassed or guilty because of your actions, characteristics, or associations. This is an overwhelming feeling that will cause you to hibernate. You're going to hibernate because fear that someone will discover who you are and your deep, dark secrets. The feeling prevents many, and I mean many, from venturing outside of their comfort zone, accepting a lifestyle that is not who they are, but is believed to be acceptable by many. Feeling ashamed is a mask. It's a mask that is stifling your creativity, personality, and growth as a person. Now, we all can recall a situation or even situations that has left us feeling embarrassed. I'm talking about a situation that is greater than, oops, I tripped and fell. That is embarrassing and can make you feel away, but I'm talking about greater than that. I'm talking about dealing with divorce, betrayal, infidelity, trauma, regret, or even abandonment. I'm talking about feeling inadequate because you're struggling to find your identity as a woman. Where do you fit in this world? And how are you showing up? Maybe you're a woman who has surveyed your characteristics and place judgment on them because it's not like anyone else's. You wish, hope, and even prayed that those characteristics can be altered to be what you want it to be so you can live the life you want to live. There are real life issues women are dealing with when it comes to our identity, discovering and accepting who we are. We don't wake up each morning with a level of clarity and joy all the time. There are days when it is a struggle. Sometimes it feels like a battle, and that is why we need to be so intentional when we wake up each morning. The scars of our past can easily become closed doors of our future. There was a season where I was ashamed to tell someone that I was divorced. I was embarrassed that my marriage did not survive the storms of life. I was embarrassed. All the money that was spent on that lavish wedding, and it barely made it 2 years. I was embarrassed of the woman I was yesterday, the characteristics I allowed myself to be aligned to. I was ashamed to tell my story, but when I did it, I can tell you it was so freeing. I gave myself permission to grow by accepting my journey. I allowed myself to grieve the pain, the hurt, and rejection by accepting and telling my story. Now, when I say I tell my story, I don't mean by me grabbing the microphone and tell it to an audience. What I'm referring to is I no longer hide it. If the conversation leads to me revealing my story, then I do so with confidence. The shame and embarrassment are no longer at the forefront. It's now the backdrop. The lesson learned and how I became a strong and wiser person is now in the forefront. Feeling ashamed will cause you to live in a prison in your mind of preconceived thoughts and beliefs. In your mind live self-sabotaging thoughts and beliefs. If not dealt with properly, the thoughts, they will grow and they will begin to take residence. Then the next thing you'll see is that the actions that you take in your life, they're taken based on the thoughts and beliefs that you're struggling with. If you're ashamed about any aspect of your life, I want you to first admit how you are feeling to yourself. Ask yourself, why am I ashamed? If it's dealing with experiences of your past, well, let me tell you, everyone has a past, and it's not pretty neither. I want you to ask yourself, why do you feel you must put yourself down because of your experiences? Why are you judging yourself so harshly? I want you to have compassion for the journey that you traveled. Try for a moment to remove the lens of being ashamed and replace it with the lens of empowerment and encouragement. You made it through. You made it through the situation, and some of those situations, I know, they were tough. You didn't even know that you would be where you are today based on those situations. But the thing is that you made it through. The courageous person you are today is due to the courageous decisions you made yesterday. Oftentimes, we find ourselves looking at that glass and seeing how the glass is half empty and constantly wanting and asking and desiring for so much more. But the truth is, the glass is actually half full. And for some, your glass is overflowing. I know so clearly what it's like to have desires, to want to achieve for greater in life. But there's that haunting memory of your past that tells a story to make you feel ashamed or embarrassed. I noticed when I accepted my story of my past, I started to manifest situations to support that narrative. I had to break the cycle. And I had to break that cycle of self-sabotaging thoughts and beliefs so that I can be a different woman. Many of you know what I'm talking about. It's that woman you dream about when you're writing in your journal. She's in the songs that you sing. She's in the thoughts as you close your eyes and you daydream. She appears when you see a resemblance of her in another woman. You recognize her in magazines. You even recognize her in television programs. Your spirit leaps and your soul begins to soar because your spirit has just seen a reflection. Now, I'm in no way saying you want to be these people that you see. What I'm saying is that no matter how hard you'll try to suppress who you are due to fear and being ashamed, whenever your spirit sees a resemblance of what is also on the inside of you, your soul will begin to leap. A confirmation is transmitted. Those things that you admire in someone else, you have it also inside of you. So that's why you're drawn to it. Ladies, we will never be able to get to where we want to be in life or where God has promised us if we hold on to the baggage of our past. if we're afraid to loosen the reins and release control, to surrender to the process of life, being who we are and who God created us to be. You will never walk into your destiny by hiding. You must come from darkness into light, knowing that ultimately it is God's light that is shining through in your life. I know the journey was and may currently be difficult. It's difficult being vulnerable because you don't know the characteristics of people. You don't know if people are being authentic and have pure, genuine intentions. But that's just the thing. You don't know. There has to be a level of trust that you have with yourself and God. Trust is the open door to freedom. And freedom is unlimited abundance. I hope today that you decide to trust your story, the journey traveled, and release the shame of who you are. Hey, if you have to scream out to you and God in a room that there is a mess on aisle 1, trust and know that God will come and help you clean it up. If there are characteristics or experiences that do not bring you comfort or freedom, begin to do the work to face it, and face it with honesty. Get support from a therapist or a coach to work through the various situations. Be still, journal, pray, and even meditate so you can hear what your inner voice is saying. Hey, life is a series of mistakes. It's the mistakes that build strength and character. I hope that this has inspired you. And I want to encourage you to feel free to share this with a friend. I totally believe in each one support one. You're not alone in this journey. You're only alone if you want to be. That's a decision that you have to make, to want to let someone else in to support you along your process. At any given moment, you can decide to invite someone to support you in healing. I am Ladyo, your empowerment coach, and I want to invite you to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. I also would like to invite you to follow me on social media platforms, just so that you can stay connected to all of the empowerment, the encouragement that I'm sending out. Because we're in this together. And trust and know that encouragement and empowerment are here waiting for you. Have an amazing week ahead. Get excited for the breakthrough and release the pressure of feeling ashamed. God bless.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode. Please subscribe to this podcast and like, share, and follow on Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, be well, be safe, and be kind to yourself.